Good evening, students and families and the Philadelphia High School for Girls community. My name is Lisa Mesi, and I'm the very proud principal of Girls High. Thank you for joining us for our annual back to school night. This meeting is being recorded, and I will share my screen so that you can see the presentation. As you know, this is the Philadelphia High School for Girls, also known as Girls High. My name is Lisa Mesi. This is my second year as principal of our very proud institution. Our big goals are very similar to our goals from last year. We are still working on recruitment, rebranding, and transitioning of new students into the Philadelphia High School for Girls so that they can meet with success. We have 3 academic goals for the year, including informational writing, student engagement, and formative assessment. As you know, in our new educational landscape, these 3 areas are extremely important in order for your daughter to meet with success, not only here at our school, but when they move on to college and university life. Funding for the Philadelphia High School for Girls, as well as other high schools around the city, comes from the Title I fund. What is Title I? The federal government actually provides funding each year to schools throughout the country. It is distributed with 2 criteria in mind, one being the number of low-income students and the other being Title I designation. We are currently not a non-Title I designated school, which means we are not a targeted or a school that is in needs of improvement. Early each spring during the budget process, we have a meeting to decide how our schools should best use Title I funds. Our funds are used to purchase teachers, climate support, additional support staff, as well as interventions. Our school needs your help every year because there is a very specific component of Title I which calls for parental and community involvement. We need you to help us with the parent and family engagement policy, also the school parent compact, the school-wide plan, and the school budget. We are a community, and so we design these things together as a community. The school-based family and parent engagement compact involves all parents, and we really sit down and review information and data we have at our PTDA meeting, and we look for the best ways to not only build parent capacity and participation within the school, but also how your help, your work can help impact the girls in their learning. We try to provide you with the tools you need to be a partner in your child's education, including access to parent portal, financial aid information, college and career readiness information, as you and your daughters talk about next steps, even beyond high school. Also, the school parent compact has very specific goals and responsibilities for families and schools to partake in identifying intervention for all students who struggle academically. The compact states not only your responsibilities, but the students' responsibilities in helping ensure that your daughter exceeds your expectations and our expectations of her. We are a non-designated school. As you can see, schools that have a CSI, a TSI, or an ATSI designation, these are because their academics are not where they need to be according to the state of Pennsylvania. The Philadelphia High School for Girls is a non-designated school, which means that we are meeting our targets for the state. Each year we do develop a school-wide plan. That is a living document, which we do go back and we do readdress, reassess to ensure that we are meeting the goals that we set out to meet during the school year. Okay. We look at where the school is now and where we would like the school to be. Currently, this is our academic data. As you know, the Keystones were not taken last year, so this is our academic data from the year before. We are still using this data as a baseline, and that was the recommendation of the state. So subject area support, it looks a little different here in the virtual world. While we don't have the library available to us because we are not in school, all teachers do have virtual office hours. And it's very important that if your daughter is struggling in any way, that she meet with the teacher during these office hours so that this way she can get the one-on-one or the additional supports in small group that she needs to be successful. We also are looking at informational writing across all subject areas. Research shows that if a student can analyze and synthesize information and data and write about it in their own words, it means that they are working at a higher intellectual capacity than if they cannot and do not have these skills. Formative assessment and checks for understanding. As you know, we are all one-to-one now, so all girls should have a computer, and using technology to capture real-time information about what the girls understand is extremely important, especially in this new virtual arena. Teachers have also been asked to focus their planning around planning for misconceptions. And what does that mean? That means taking into account what the girls may think they know or what they think is true or accurate in either working in problem solving or giving answers in an open discussion. Planning for these misconceptions can help teachers not only identify the target areas they need to work on, but it can move the discussion into a deeper area for the topic of conversation and provide the girls with varying correct answers so that this way they can synthesize the information to form their correct answer in a response. The schools set aside budgets each year in Title I, and so these Title I expenditures, most schools use for academic programming, which is what ours are used for, and to support the school-wide plan. There's also that 1% set aside that is strictly for parental engagement, and so each student will receive agenda books this year when we come back to school, but we will also continue with college tours. Last year, our last college tour was cut off. We were able to go to Howard in DC, Columbia, NYU, but we weren't able to go to our last few schools just because we were hit during the COVID crisis. But we are very much looking forward to continuing with taking our girls outside of the local area so they can see what lies beyond Philadelphia and the tri-state area. The parent and family engagement activities that occur all year. Each month, we do have a monthly PTDA meeting. Our PTDA president is Ms. Christina Henry again this year. Usually they have time to speak here. They do have information present on our website, which I will be sharing with you. And so the PTDA does meet monthly, and it will be virtual so that more parents have the opportunity to attend these meetings. We will also be having FAFSA completion workshops, and that will happen with our counselors. We have Naviance report card conferences so that this way you can be involved in college and career readiness activities with your student. And then we also have the Title I budget meeting at the end of the year. On here, you will see that some of these things take place during report card conferences. This way, when we have a captive audience, we like to not hold you longer than we need to, okay? But if you are going to be at the school, that we use that time to actually have these workshops since you are already with us. Teacher and paraprofessional qualifications. So teachers need to be highly qualified, which means they are certified in their areas, okay? And that is also the truth with our paraprofessionals. They also need to have a certain level of understanding, okay? And so we take this very seriously. And all of our teachers are actually highly certified in their subject areas. So you will not receive this 4-week right to know letter because it doesn't pertain to us. State academic standards and assessments. So as you know, we do take the Keystones. We did not take them in 2021 due to COVID, but we are planning for that to happen. But you will have an opportunity to speak to teachers. Tonight, you will have the opportunity, if you wanted to set up appointments with them, they will be telling you how to do that. But we also have report card conferences as time set aside specifically for parents and teachers to meet. Teachers also have time at the end of each day, 2:45 to 3:35, for any parents that would like to meet with them during that time. You just have to schedule the time with the teachers. The report card dates are listed here, so 11/23 to 25, 2/3 to 5, and 4/7 to 9 will be Q1, Q2, and Q3 report card conferences. Tonight's plan, you are going to follow your daughter's roster. So you should have started out in period 2 for your child. This is your advisory period, and the advisory teacher will be touching base with you about a few things that you need to know during advisory time. These are not conferences, like I said, but the teachers will be sharing how you will be able to contact them and set up one-to-one time with them. During your daughter's lunches, you will have the opportunity to meet the counselors, the climate manager, the nurse, the roster chair, and the community vista, which is a new position here at the Philadelphia High School for Girls. I ask that you please take the time during lunches because it is like a panel discussion, and you will have the opportunity to ask questions if you have them. Before you go, I just wanted to go over a few things. The website, everything you need to know is on our website. Our updates get posted there right in the middle. Previous updates can also be found there. Everything you need to know runs across the top. Your parent and student handbooks are actually located in both the student and the parent section. And these are very important, and they hold a lot of important information, including absence notes, policies during this new virtual landscape, as well as the policies when we are in the building. So I highly recommend that you go and check them out. I am going to review the website with you very quickly before we leave this evening. Issues. If you have any problems, please schedule appointments with the following people. If you have class concerns, you should be speaking to the teacher before you speak to anyone else. And I highly suggest it's not something done in an email, but that you actually set up time to call the teacher and have a conversation. College questions, concerns, resources for families, including any type of mental health services, you can meet with the counselors. The counselors actually have one-to-one time with the girls throughout the day, but parents can also schedule appointments with them. And so I highly recommend that if you have any concerns or if you wanted to do a session with your daughter, yourself, and the counselor, especially around college, I highly suggest that you really do work with your daughter on getting that set up, and they can do that in the counselor's Google Classroom, which is the counselor's corner. If there are any climate behavior issue concerns, they all go through the climate manager, Ms. Claxton, and you can set up time with her. She will also be in that lunch meeting. All of the staff's emails can be found on the website. And then medical issues is our wonderful nurse, Nurse Smith, who will also be there during lunchtime, and I will show you where you can find the medical forms on the website. And then PTDA also has a tab on our website, and you will be able to find a lot of information as well as the school store in that tab. I did put their email up here. It is ghsptda@gmail.com. So before we go, I do want to share the website with you. So one moment, let me pull that up. The website is very important. It is here that you will find a lot of information regarding the school. So as you can see across the top, you have a bunch of tabs. Parents, you can find our handbook in here. You can also find the handbooks under students. So please make sure that you are looking here. We also have the nurse has her tab on here with her medical documents. Let me take you here very quickly. So all the medical documents your daughter will need can be found right here. And your daughter also has the opportunity to drop in on the nurse anytime between 10:30 and 1 each day. She holds her office hours just as if she was in school for real. Um, you also have the opportunity just to come on and click in there and you'll be able to speak to the nurse also. If you go under parents and you click handbooks, we have the regular student handbook listed, but for right now, the most important handbook is actually the remote learning addendum. And if you were to click on that, you will see key administrative contacts right here, including all the people that will be present during lunches, our virtual bell schedules. And if you keep going down, you will see that there are other things, including the absence note. We verify all absences, okay, which means that you will get a phone call if your daughter is absent. We verify when girls are not in class. We do that also to ensure that parents know that students were not in class during the day. This is important to us. We want to make sure that the girls are there and have everything they need to be successful. I do want you to know that we take very seriously the girls' mental health during this time. And if there are issues, that you please do reach out to the counselors. Parent Portal is also here. You can click it. If you do not have access to Parent Portal, we highly recommend that you get it as soon as possible. It will actually give you all of your child's information, including grades and if they are absent for classes. Okay, so that is the addendum that you can find on our website. So I'm going to take you back to the home page very quickly. In the middle of the home page will always be the updates for the week. Okay, so these are the updates. These are updated every first day that we are back to school. The girls actually get the email the night before we come into school. So that this way, everything you see here has already been shared with them. All right. If you have not filled out our emergency contact form, please do so. As you can see, this changes color when I hover over it. That is because if you click it, it will take you right to the document itself. Okay. So please be sure that you take the time to fill this out because this is how we will get in touch with you in case there is an issue with your child. Otherwise, we also have tabs down the side, including the previous updates from me, so you are able to see them. The PTDA School Store, their tab is also here. And Title I, this presentation will be located in here, as well as all of our Title I documents are located in here. I highly recommend that you visit the website whenever you have any types of questions because the answer usually lies here. You can actually use this search bar and type in whatever it is you're looking for and it will take you to it if it is here on our website. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to hold you up any further. Please know that I am always available and my web address is also located on the website. I look forward to a wonderful evening with you, your daughters, and your teachers. Again, thank you so much for joining us. If you need anything, please do not hesitate to reach out to the appropriate personnel. Take care.